everybody, it's John Frost. I am here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Got my hat on because it's a little windy today, even though Hurricane Dorian looks like it's not gonna come anywhere near the east coast of Florida, which makes me really happy and a little sad for the people that changed their vacation plans and decided not to come to Central Florida this weekend, because the crowds are low, the wait times are not all that bad. So let's go have a walk around Toy Story Land, and then we'll head over to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and see all the cool new stuff over there. So, hello Monique, thanks for joining me. So I'm standing here kind of in the middle of the land. People are coming in, the characters are still out for the meet and greets today. Toy Story Mania was about a 20-minute wait. It is actually pretty nice out today. It may rain a little bit later. I brought a poncho just in case. You never know. Weather change is very fungible when there's a hurricane coming your way. We had some light rain this morning already. Hi Carol, thanks for joining me again. So we're going to wander over and see what the standby time is for Slinky Dog. It's probably not too bad. See lots of people walking around with their custom-built lightsabers from Savi's workshop. Actually, the latest 11 a.m. track had Hurricane Dorian turning, it's going more westerly towards Florida, but then it's scheduled to make a turn north before it gets to the coast. So here we are, Slinky Dog. Standby time is 60 minutes, which is pretty reasonable for a Saturday. So still 60 minutes is a long time to wait for a short ride, but if you haven't been on Slinky Dog before, it's definitely worth it. And the queue is very entertaining, especially if you break out your Play Disney app. And then there's some games and things you can play inside with your members of your party. Morning, Steve. Morning, hi.
I like your hat.
Thank you. So now when the park is busy, they do have a virtual queue system for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. But as of 5 minutes ago, it wasn't needed. So we're gonna try and sneak in through this side down here. Looks like it's open. Stop. So there's Woody's lunchbox. So if you do head on over to the Disney blog right now, you'll see, and our YouTube page, you'll see a recent video trying some of the food items at Woody's lunchbox from Jared and Molly Vlogs, who have joined the Disney blog to help us out with some extra video. And you can also check out their videos over on their YouTube channel, Jared and Molly Vlogs. So this is the first time I've seen the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge entrance completely open. Normally there's a set of walls down here to keep the guests out of the area, but they've taken those down, and now you'll see there's a secondary Toy Story Land sign and popsicle stick themed fences preventing you from going backstage. Hi Michael. So my favorite experience at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has been to pilot the Millennium Falcon as far as what's guest accessible right now. It was also pretty cool to see the lightsaber building experience in Savi's workshop. But the favorite experience altogether that right now is not guest accessible was to go into Star Wars Resistance, and we walked through a little bit of the first show area, and then we also got to go into one of the largest showrooms, one of the largest rooms in the experience, and that was pretty cool. So you can read about that on the Disney blog .com right now. Just search for Star Wars Rise of the Resistance or scroll down a little bit. It's on the first or second page. It's a pretty recent story. So, going into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge via the Toy Story Land entrance, they do have these umbrellas will not normally be here. As you can tell, they're not really themed to the land, but they are providing some nice shade in case the queue for Smuggler's Run extends outside of the normal queue, which it probably is not doing too much today, because I looked at the wait times guide and they said it was only going to be about 80 minutes. So, and my guess is that time will drop a little bit if it starts to rain, which there are some rain clouds around, so I would not be surprised. So this is one of the things that we think is not in California. I've not been to California, but there is this crater with a spaceship crash in it, which I think is a pretty cool addition. I believe in California you're still in the tunnel area or having just come out of the tunnel area. So there's just a few minor differences between Disney's Hollywood Studios and the Disneyland version. I think that's one of the big ones. So we'll walk over, we'll see what the wait time is for the big attraction. So here's the droid workshop, and we're into Black Spire Outpost here. This is kind of the section of town that's under the control of the First Order, so you never know who or what you might encounter over here. Definitely a lot of people here. It's not empty by any stretch of the imagination. And as you come over here, you're going to see a queue for one of the looks like Smuggler's Run. It might be queued up over here. So here's the Interceptor, which is the new style TIE fighter that you're going to see in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, so my son Indigo actually did this Savi's Workshop hand-built lightsaber experience. It is $200 plus tax, so about $219. And I wrote about it on the Disney blog, so you can go watch the full experience video and kind of see why I think it's a value or not a value. So here we are, the back of the line for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. And this is an 80-minute wait time from here. They have been running a single rider line, and since I'm here by myself today, I might take advantage of that. Oh, and there's even a end-of-line sign for the blue and green milk, which is a pretty cool experience. So, you know, from the very first Star Wars film, and there's another line for Uga's Cantina. So from the very first Star Wars film, A New Hope, where they're in the Tatooine home, Luke Skywalker, and you see him drink that blue milk, and you're like, that's disgusting. I want some. And when you're in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you can finally have some. Now, and since we're in Central Florida, it's chilled. You know, it's like a smoothie, I guess. But that's experience. So there it is, everybody. The fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, the Millennium Falcon. I mean, if you're any kind of Star Wars fan at all, and this site doesn't make your heart just kind of beat a little faster, you need to go back and watch episodes 1, 2, and 3 as punishment. I mean, I could just stand here, right here, in this actual physical location for the next 2 hours and be perfectly happy. But because I have you all online, I think I'll keep moving around. So the Star Wars, so the Smuggler's Run, standby queue, runs around the corner here and into a little switchback area, but they're not taking it out backstage. So they have an extended queue area set up that actually goes out those backstage doors there and into this area. Or maybe they are, I don't know, it's hard to tell. So anyway, now that's into the actual queue. So it curves around in front of the Millennium Falcon, and then you go into the queue, and then you go around on the main floor. There's some extra switchbacks back there, and you come out of this tunnel here, and then you can switch back a little more, then you go back in, and then you're actually inside in the air conditioning, which is nice. And there's a lot of fun stuff to see in there. So I'm not going to be able to point it out to you now, but one of the things to look for in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is hidden Millennium Falcons instead of hidden Mickeys. Although I've seen one that I think qualifies, they have hidden Millennium Falcons. So I'll point it out to you, so next time you're here you can come look at it. I'm not actually going to zoom in and show it to you, but so if you're looking here at the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon and you see those kind of those vents that run just kind of right in the middle of the section there, you follow those vents down, and there's 2 pipes right underneath there. So hidden right behind those 2 pipes is a little Millennium Falcon model. So there's a hidden Millennium Falcon on the Millennium Falcon. I know, Bill Nye mind-exploding GIF right there. That's crazy. So let me go ask and see if they're doing single rider line today. It doesn't look like they're doing single rider line because the sign is blocked. Do you know if you plan to do single rider line today?
It just closed up. It's a little backed up right now.
It's a little backed up, so maybe come back in the afternoon. Okay. Potentially. All right, thanks. So the single rider line's a little backed up right now, she said. So we're going to skip that experience. But I love seeing people here in their Star Wars attire, whether it's a T-shirt with a Wookiee print, or John Boyega jacket, or the full Jedi robes. You can't actually wear the full Jedi robes. You can wear a modified version of the Jedi robes, but they don't want you looking full on Jedi here. We'll go upstairs. We'll take another look at the Millennium Falcon. We'll see how long the wait is to get into docking bay 7. Is this the entrance? Is this the entrance?
Entrance is going to be right around
here. All right, so looks like it is open. All right. No, thank you. All right, so we're going in the entrance. I actually have not been in here because they had the radio team set up in here. So there's a little walking area queue, and oh look, some of the potential food is on display there. So they have the smoked Kadu ribs, fried Andorian tip-yip, which is more like chicken, roast Andorian whip salad, which is a chicken salad, the Yoba shrimp noodle salad, which is shrimp and chilled noodles, and then the Flushing garden spread, which is for me because it's a plant-based kefka with herb hummus, tomato, cucumber, relish, and pita, and that's entirely vegan, which is what I'm eating right now. Hi, Bonita. Thanks for joining me. And then the braised shake roast, which is a beef pot roast. And I hear people, meat eaters, really like that. For kids' meals, you have noodle salad, tasty tokadana, and the chicken macaroni and cheese type combo thing. Now, my understanding is you can modify the Yoba shrimp noodle salad, so hold the shrimp and use the sauce off the sweet orange dressing off the kids' meal instead of the normal dressing, and that makes that vegan. So I'm not actually going to order. I'm just going to walk through here. This is the ordering area. It's kind of reminiscent of Satuli Katina, but it is more like a quick service where you wait at the counter and get your food. You get your food. So. I have to say the detail in here is pretty cool. Little shipping containers to eat in. There's plenty of seating, although I can imagine it could get pretty busy on a busier day. Hi, Lynette. Thanks for joining me. They do have some water, which I think I will take advantage of, because even though it's not super duper hot out there, it's hot enough. So.
Use full autopilot. The car will change lanes for you. And it will, I mean, Nick and I think we're good one time, because we took a red light with the car, because we go out and date night, whatever. It's like, who's better to drive? Like the other night, I'm drinking wine, who's drinking high craft beers. So it's this question, because you both feel like when you have a little buzz, you're like, I can drive. We keep a breathalyzer in the car always. And not always, but we so we've broken out what we have, and then we shut it down, and we had in case you're ever wondering,
It's a little mini carbonization machine up there for miniature Han Solos, I guess. Maybe that's how they store their excess food. I don't know. So there's a little extra seating area indoors here around the corner. And then there's a courtyard area as well, which is outside, not air conditioned. But if there's no room inside, this is a good option to get some food. There is a little bit of shade. So even the water cup is themed to Star Wars, which is pretty cool. No logo or nothing on it. That's insane. So there's a line for Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, which, while it's just a store, does have some show elements in there. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see a video of the Disneyland version of that. I don't have the Walt Disney World version up yet, but it's very similar. And that's where you get your kind of your higher end collectibles and whatnot. So this is another quick service Ronto Roasters. It's basically beef and pork sandwiches and sausages. A good place for some quick service if you're in more of a rush. So they do still have water stands set up around, which is nice. Not themed, obviously, but still nice them to have. And then we're going to go into the market. But I just wanted to point out, like, how they keep it feeling Star Wars even when you're not in a location. So we've added on these kind of steampunky, crufted onto the side of the building electronics and other sensors. Not everything is tucked away and hidden away like you see in our world. In the Star Wars world, things are kind of layered and added on top of each other. So they do have some fans set up in here to help with the temperatures. So this is one of my favorite little snacks over here. The Outpost popcorn mix. So it's kind of a sweet and spicy mix of popcorn. So the store is called Cat Sava's Kettle, and a bag of popcorn is $8.50 plus tax, so about $9. You'll have to decide for yourself if that's a value or not. But it is a good novelty, so you'll definitely want to have at least one. If you look at the outside of the stores, they do use the numbering system there. And then they do have some in-world clothing here. Jedi tunics and robes, dark and light side of the Force. And the Toydarian toy store. So, and over here is a pet store. It's a little crowded in here actually. More people than I thought I would see. So I do like the market. I like this little booth over here a lot. Little wood carver booth. He's made some pork wood carvings, a Wookiee, a little lolcat, and he even turned this R2 unit into a forge, which you know, you make do when you're on the outer rim, the outer edge of the Star Wars galaxy. The rain has started, so I'm glad I brought my poncho. And I think I will end this little tour right here. Thank you so much for joining me as we walk around Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Any questions before I turn this off? Alright, that's it. Thanks for joining me on this brief walk through Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Black Spire Outpost. Had a good time here on the media event, and I definitely plan to come back a lot. I'm going to turn this off and go explore using the Play Disney app, which turns your phone into a Star Wars data pad, and I'll report back a little later. So, thanks again. Be sure to follow us on all the normal social media platforms. We are the Disney Blog on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And we appreciate you having you as part of the community.